What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream today, this weekend, doing something really neat, and that is JOTA. Jamboree On The Air is this weekend. In fact, it's in full effect right now. You can hear it in the background here. And that is a event that encourages Boy Scouts to get on the air, may perhaps earn a badge, but at the end of the day, just get on the radio, make some contacts. So we're going to see how many different scouts we can find here on the bands, and they're operating on just about any band. They're operating also on things like DMR, using Brandmeister, so they're literally all over the place. But in addition to just what I'm doing here, I want to also bring in somebody who will be riding shotgun here doing it with me, and that is Dan. So Dan, let me bring up your video here, and it will pop right in front of mine. And see if I can get Dan in here. All right, Dan, are you in there? Oh, I don't think Dan's going to be able to. There's Dan's video.
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, there you are. Finally. Good deal. I said, so have you made any contacts with any JOTA stations yet?
Yeah, I made a few this morning on DMR on the 907.
All right, cool. I'm going to go hunt some more. So let's see what we can find out there. And you start hunting them from your side, too. All right, we'll let Dan go there. Bring his audio back down. What's going on, Clarence? Thanks for joining in. We're going to make some more contacts and see what we can find. And let's hear what we can hear out there. Well, that doesn't sound like it. That sounds like some kind of net or something going on. That is definitely. There we go. Not working.
This is back in 1980, and he and his band.
991 Alpha Clarence.
We were playing there, and the
I couldn't imagine having that and not hooking it up.
Remember all about that. The Dallas-Fort Worth area was an absolute inferno of country bars.
Well, that's not true.
I can drive down.
Interfere with anybody, even sometimes the propagation shifts, and then of course you have different.
That's the Dallas State QSO party.
Well, this might be one of the QSO parties going on this weekend.
Got the 59 Iowa. Well, thanks very much for the contact, and enjoy the rest of the day. Whiskey 2, Charlie.
This isn't a JOTA, but we'll give him a contact.
Charlie. Whiskey 2, Charlie in the New York State QSO party.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. Good afternoon. 59, and we're in Herkimer County. That's Hotel Echo Romeo.
Yeah, good afternoon. You're also 59 in Minnesota. Great signal.
Well, thanks very much. Same from you, Minnesota. Good audio, my friend. Easily copied. Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. 7-3. QRZ, it's Whiskey 2 Charlie.
That was a pretty easy one, just one done, real
in the
easy,
New York
right?
State QSO party.
You can do
Kilo Mike 4,
40
Radio
meters
Oscar.
and
Good
not
afternoon.
20. Why can you only do 40? Let me know what's up with that. I'll be curious. He's got a great signal there from New York State.
Got the Kentucky. Well, thanks for the call, my friend, and enjoy the rest of your day. Kilo Mike 4, Radio Oscar from Whiskey 2 Charlie.
Sounds like maybe we have some DX coming in, perhaps. That's not JOTA for sure there. Bring her back up.
I couldn't get a copy, and I don't hear him now.
Yeah, I lost him completely. We'll come back.
Putting away.
And but we were playing.
Whiskey 4 Hotel Charlie Whiskey. This is Kilo.
There's a fairly weak station right there.
The man dropped a little bit right there. You're about a 5x4 there.
Yeah, it jumped out a little bit, but yeah, we copy. Feel free to tell us their look at your application, sir.
QSL, you stand by, and I have a second operator here.
Looks like the VFO might be frozen.
November 5.
But I assume that you all can still hear the audio, right?
Bravo, November 5, Golf, Echo Bravo, and Park K367.
Oh, this is a POTA station here. This is a POTA station. All right, we can get some POTA too. I haven't heard any JOTAs yet.
Kilo Charlie 1 Hotel off the clock to the air.
Let's see if we can't make a POTA contact.
Hotel Oscar, November 5, Golf, Echo Bravo, Park to Park.
Trying to make a park-to-park contact here. Are you doing individual antennas for each band? Is that why you have the 40 but not the 20?
You
Big
know,
signal.
I don't ever try to go and meet 100 watts off any of these the bigger stars like Willie and
Oh, these people are right on top of each other and don't
everybody.
even know it.
I've opened for so many big name acts.
Here, Whiskey 3, Juliet Papa Hotel, standing by.
All right, let's take a listen to hear what's going on. See what's up here.
CC Park.
Another POTA station here. It's like a KC1 station there.
It's very nice. It's clear and brief, but nice day overall.
K6357, QSL? Roger, thanks for the punch check, and you have a good one from K04 HMB.
All right, let's see what this is here. Oh, they went away quick.
X-ray 1,
Yankee.
Somebody's right there for sure. Let's see what's going on here.
November 8, X-ray, you're 5-9 into New Jersey. Back to you. Okay, thanks very much, 73.
November Alpha 1.
It must be a POTA or a JOTA, but I'm thinking it's got to be POTA because I can't hear whatever they're trying to get there.
No, you're 5-9 here into Central New York, 5-9 into Central New York.
November 2, Echo Oscar, Mike. Gonna give you a 3-1, 31, QSL.
Oh, nice. What kind of NFET is it?
Okay, got the 5-5 in November Echo. Thanks a lot for the contact and 7-3. CC Park Summer Whiskey 3, Juliet Papa Hotel, standing by.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0, Lima Whiskey Charlie, you're 5-7, QSL.
QSL, thanks so much for the 5-7. You're 5-8, 58 into Minnesota.
Okay, I got the 5-8 and Mike November. Thanks so much. 73.
73. Easy clear to contact.
Kilo Charlie 4, Yankee, Mike Tango.
For the park to park, have a good activation, 73.
By the way, if you're out there watching, let me know how the audio is. You know, I always wonder about how my audio is doing because I've had so many problems with my audio.
Charlie in the New York State QSO party.
That's that station we just got.
Roger, roger, buddy. Thank you and have fun.
Yeah, that's awesome that you enjoy listening to nets and monitoring. That's how I certainly got started. When I was a kid, I remember, listening to the scanner and the local ham radio repeaters for years and years and years before I actually got my license.
CQ, New York QSO party, CQ, New
See if we
York
got this guy
QSO
yet.
party, Kilo Mike 2 Oscar, Kilo Mike
Nope.
2 Oscar.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0 again.
Yeah, Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie, good afternoon. You are 5-9 Albany County, New York, Alpha Lima Bravo.
Thanks so much. You're also 5-9 plus into the state of Minnesota.
Roger, thank you for Minnesota, 73.
73.
QRZ, Kilo Mike 2 Oscar, Kilo Mike 2 Oscar, New York QSO
Got
party.
a beautiful signal. Just take a look at the meter there.
CQ,
On the screen, it's frozen right
New
now,
York
but
QSO party,
he's
CQ, New
about
York,
20 over S9 here.
New York QSO party, Kilo Mike 2 Oscar, Kilo Mike 2 Oscar.
Kilo Foxtrot 7 Golf Mike Victor.
Kilo Delta 5 again, please. Kilo Delta 5 Juliet, you're 5-9 Albany County, New York, Alpha Lima Bravo. QSL, the Arkansas, thank you very much, 73. QRZ, New York
All right, I'm
QSO
gonna see if
party,
I can
Kilo
get
Mike
the,
2 Oscar.
The meters to get back up here and
Kilo
running. They're a
9
little bit
Charlie
stalled out.
Tango. You're 5-9 New York, sorry, you're 5-9 Albany. I think we've worked on another band, thank you.
Yeah, Clarence, like my signal gets into New York and New Jersey, Massachusetts,
we'll
like
try.
crazy.
Thanks a lot.
They're just the perfect distance out, especially on 20. It's just a
Kilo
good
Mike
hop
2 Oscar,
for
Kilo
what I
Mike
usually end
2
up finding.
Oscar, New York QSO party.
They're always on the bands, and they're always pretty darn strong.
Victor Echo 5 Kilo Sugar 5-9 Alpha Lima Bravo, Albany County. Thank you very much for Saskatchewan, 73. QRZ, Kilo Mike 2 Oscar, New York QSO party.
Yep, I see that.
Kilo Fox 7
There it
Golf,
goes.
Mike Victor, you're 5-9 Albany County, Alpha Lima Bravo.
It's getting hung up at times, which is kind of an annoyance for sure. I'm going to try to see if I can
Roger the
fix that on
Idaho,
my end for you
73.
guys so it doesn't get
QRZ,
stuck.
New York QSO party, Kilo Mike 2 Oscar.
Let's move this over here.
Who's the Florida Alpha?
It's better.
Whiskey 6 Alpha Florida Alpha, you are 5-9 Albany County, New York. That's Alpha Lima Bravo. Thank you for California, 73.
All right, we're going to
New York
rearrange the
QSO
screen a
party,
little bit,
Kilo
folks.
Mike
That
2
way
Oscar.
we won't have as many problems here. I think I know what's going on, but we're going to We're going to rearrange the waterfall
7
here.
Whiskey Hotel November again, please.
Bear with me for just a second. We're going to shuffle some things
Kilo
around.
7 Whiskey Hotel November, 59
And this will
Albany
make things
County,
a
Alpha
little
Lima
bit
Bravo in New
easier.
York. Roger, thank you very much for Oregon, 73. QRZ,
right,
Kilo
make
Mike
me a little
2
bigger,
Oscar,
scary as
Kilo
that is.
Mike 2 Oscar, New York, QSO party.
We're going to make...
Alpha Bravo 9, Papa Mike, you're 59 Albany County, New York, Alpha Lima Bravo.
Okay, we almost got her rearranged here.
Roger, Whiskey India, 73. QRZ. Who is the Bravo Sierra Alpha, please? Roger, Roger. Kilo 0 Bravo Sierra Alpha in Minnesota. Please copy 59
another Minnesota
Alpha
for him, not
Lima
surprised.
Bravo, Albany County.
Not surprised with his signal. He's just booming in here in Minnesota.
Thank you, and 73. QRZ, New York, QSO party. Kilo Mike 2 Oscar. Ending Charlie. Whiskey 0
More
Bravo November
adjustments here.
Charlie, you're 59 Albany County, New York, Alpha Lima Bravo. Again, please. Your state again. Roger, Roger, Charlie Oscar. Thank you very much, 73.
There we go. A big old mug there in the lower corner.
Kilo Bravo 0
Hopefully this will be a
Tango
little bit
Delta
more
Whiskey,
stable.
you're 59
But
Albany
how is
County,
the
New
audio
York,
for you
Alpha
guys?
Lima Bravo.
Drop me a chat message so I know the audio is not giving you any
Roger,
hassle
Iowa.
either.
Thank you very much.
There we
73. QRZ, New York, QSO party. Kilo Mike 2 Oscar.
Let's see who else we can find out here.
November Tango 6 X-ray. You're 59 Albany County, New York, Alpha Lima Bravo.
There, now it's updating a lot quicker.
Green County.
Here's another QSO party contact, sounds like.
CQ, the New York QSO party. November 2, Sierra, Quebec Whiskey, Green County.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Hi, thank you. Kilo 0, Lima Whiskey Charlie. Thank you. 59 in Green County, Golf Romeo Echo.
Thanks so much. Here, 59, beautiful signal into the state of Minnesota, just outside of Minneapolis.
QSL, thanks a lot to Minnesota, and have a great afternoon.
Have fun.
QSL.
Oh, stepped on him there. All right. Another
Here's the New
contact
York
in the log
QSO
there
party.
for. So
November
really, what we've been
2,
finding
Sierra,
so far
Quebec
has been a
Whiskey,
whole
Green
lot of.
County.
It's been a whole lot of QSO party. Not so much JOTA.
Here's the
JOTA's
New
still
York QSO party.
fairly quiet.
November 2, Sierra, Quebec Whiskey, Green County. It's a kilowatt 7363 QSO. Roger, thank you, and 73.
And Dan, if you need to get a hold of me, you'll have to chat me. Just in the public chat, because if you call me, it'll freeze it up.
This is the ICOM IC 7300. And,
Hope somebody running a
I've got
7300.
one I just used just for POTA and portable. And about 100 watts right
Not
now.
surprised.
To an in-fed vertical. I've got taped to the handrail outside here. And that's all we're using. It's a little noisy here, so you're doing a great job just to get through. It's my noise level is close to S9, Roger.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of noise today. 15 meters I was on earlier in I guess Germany.
Maybe some DX there. Let's go back up to the top. There's a window where the JOTA stations are supposed to be, so let's go kind of higher there.
Kilo Oscar 4, Sierra Kilo 73. Where's that? It's Whiskey 2 Charlie.
We already got him.
Number 2 Kilo Echo Delta Mobile. You are a 3333 here in Mississippi, QSL.
There's somebody from Mississippi. I am using a center-fed dipole, sloper, It slopes from 70 feet down to 30 feet, and it's northwest southeast. The northwest side being the 70-foot side.
Alrighty then, WJ5ES, that's two good ones for me. Back to net.
Well, this is some kind of net for contacts. I don't get into that.
You are about 5-5 here in Carthage, North Carolina. QSL, thank you for the contact. Can I get the QTH again,
This might be a JOTA. Could be.
Can I get the QTH again, please?
Let's just wait and see where this guy is. He sounds younger.
November 4 Charlie, special event station, Jamboree on the air. Special event station, Jamboree on the air. CQ. Hello, CQ.
There we go.
Charlie, QIZ.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie, was that QSL?
QSL, yep, you got that right. Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie, you are 5-5 into the great state of North Carolina. We are at Carthage, North Carolina.
Copy the 5-5 into North Carolina. You're also 5-5 in the state of Minnesota, approximately about 20 miles northwest of downtown at Minneapolis, Minnesota. And did I hear that correct? This is a JOTA station, is that right?
QSL, this is a JOTA station, Jamboree on the air. We are here at Okanichi Scout Reservation, which is Camp Durant. Thank you for the contact.
Yeah, thanks so much. Have fun on the air, and hope you make a bunch of contacts. November 4 Charlie from Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. Bye-bye.
73, November 4 Charlie.
There's a JOTA contact for us. I want to load up my neighbor's wire fence. That's what I want to do. I don't know if I'd make a close friend with my neighbor by doing that, though. I've already messed with the lights in their house once, so. We got one JOTA station so far, North Carolina. Making sure I get it in my log appropriately. Somebody else is real near this JOTA station here, 305.
In Vermont, Victor Tango.
Here's Vermont. Okay. Let's see if we can hear what's going on here on 305. Is anybody else out there chasing POTA or JOTA today? Sounds like some DX. Perhaps one of the funnest frequencies on 20 meters, 14313. Those out there that know, you know what I'm talking about.
I know the
Maybe we should set up shop and call CQ for a bit. What do you think? Should we call CQ? Should we set it up, see how we're getting out? Maybe some of you out there are in the shack as well. And see if you can hear me. All right, let's try 323. Sounds clear. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? K0LWC.
Pretty good. That means daily on 14,322.5 kilohertz. And the starting time is 19:15 Greenwich Mean Time, 3:15 Eastern Daylight Saving Time.
What is this?
If you're hearing me, I can probably hear you. And give your call slowly and phonetically a couple of times so I can get it accurately. And we'd be delighted to welcome you to the International Bible Study, which we see
International
7 days a
Bible
week.
Study Net. Didn't see that one coming. I did not hear him at all.
365
So
days per year.
he just came out of nowhere.
Not on leap year.
Let's go way to the top here.
And I said, well, I don't think I want it.
Let's try to go right here.
With me.
Here's a station I can barely hear. It sounds like a POTA station if I had to guess. What, S1 or S2 here? Very light.
CQ, Whiskey 5 Juliet, special event JOTA. CQ, Whiskey 5 Juliet, special event JOTA.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Lima Whiskey Charlie station, can you go ahead and repeat, please?
Yeah, Whiskey 5 Juliet from Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. There's somebody else on the frequency, so I'll keep it quick, but to your 5-5 in Minnesota. Yeah, QSL, there's somebody else here. You obviously can't hear him, but I can hear him on my end. Full call is Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Okay, that was Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie, is that correct?
QSL.
All right, very good. Yeah, you're a 5-9 coming out to West Texas, over.
Thanks so much for the 5-9. Have fun.
Thank you very much. Definitely agree. This is Kilo 5.
Another JOTA station, although I said it's pretty jam-packed. You had a POTA station and a JOTA station all in there at the same time. But that's what happens when POTA picks this weekend for their event, and you got JOTA going on, and then you throw on some QSO parties, and there's just a bunch of stuff happening on the bands. Just a lot of stuff going on. Alright, so I'll just give 5-9s there on that one. Won't worry too much about the precise signal report. There we go. Alright, let's see what else we can find out here. So we've gotten a few JOTAs here. 28.5, I can do that. Where are you at in Minnesota? Get tuned here. All right, here we are. 28.5. K0BSA, K0LWC. K0BSA, K0LWC. I heard him. We'll see if he can hear me out there in Inner Grove Heights. K0BSA, K0BSA, K0LWC. Yeah, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? Might not be hearing me. I don't know, Andrew. I can hear you guys at your post, but you must not be hearing me. You're about S1, S2 here in Maple Grove. Kilo Zero Bravo Sierra Alpha from Kilo Zero Lima Whiskey Charlie. Oh, so you're talking the 8.5 repeater, Andrew? Is that right? Just want to make sure I have it correct. That way I'm not just out there calling randomly. If you have 40, I'm sure 40 would work. If you have an antenna for 40. I just don't know what kind of antennas you guys have. Let me turn down this a little bit here. Because if we make a contact on VHF, UHF, I don't have that piped into the stream, so I'll just have to route it over my microphone. Turn this way down. All right. All right, so let's pull out the other radio here. This is the, it's going to be hard for you guys to see. I don't know if I can even get it without pulling on stuff. I have it right here. This is the head. This is my Kenwood D710. It's usually sitting on top of my HF radio. 7190? Yeah, all right, 7190. Let's give that a shot. 7190. We can do that. Let me just get retuned here. Uh-oh. Got troublemaker out there now. Yeah, K0BSA, K0BSA, K0LWC.
Yeah, buddy.
I gotcha, but you're pretty close to the noise floor. Are you able to hear me out there? K0BSA, K0LWC. Very good. We got you at about a 5 and 5, 55 here in Maple Grove. So you're not you're not doing too bad here on 40 meters. But yeah, I said I can hear you. It's not a huge problem. It's just a little bit close to the noise floor here for me on 40 meters. So do you guys have scouts out there presently? Dan, are you able to hear him better than me?
No, I can't hear him at all.
K0BSA, K0LWC, are you able to hear me? Yeah, it's going to be rough. What's going on in Kuwait? I assume good evening for you. Okay, this guy's recently left, Andrew. Okay. Let me see here. Do you guys out there, K0BSA, do you guys have the ability? Let me turn this down. Do you guys have the ability to do 80? Do you have enough of a wire or an antenna that'll do 80 out there? I'm willing to try that as well. That's the only other option we have here on ground wave is probably it's either 40 or 80. And again, depending on your antenna. And I'll call you here on the repeater as well. Let me turn this down again. Check this off. All right, let's see if we can hear him here on the local repeater. That's where they're going to be at here. K0BSA, K0BSA, K0LWC on 85. Try again. K0BSA, K0BSA, K0LWC on the 85.
LWC, this is Kilo Foxtrot 0, Alpha Echo Delta. How do you copy?
Yeah, good afternoon, Stephen. You're making it in good. Sounding great. This is a neighbor of mine, lives in the next city up the interstate here, Stephen.
You are pretty scratchy my end. I'm in Georgia right now, just going north on 169 here. Just be getting on 41st. Charlie, yeah, you're pretty scratchy in your repeater on my end.
Yeah, you must be getting on the fringe or in a rough spot there for the output. Oh, that's no problem. I'm looking for K0BSA. It's the Jamboree on the Air this weekend where the Boy Scouts get on the air. And so I was trying to make contact with him here on HF in the Twin Cities Metro, but it wasn't working, so I thought I'd give him a jingle here on the 85. Yeah, Steven's on the edge of the repeater, but he sounds great because it's a multi-receive site system, so he's getting into the receive site fine, but he can't hear the output very well. All right, Steven, very good. And I did hear that K0BSA is in there, so K0BSA, K0LWC, good afternoon.
Hello, we're here. How are you?
I'm good. I said, yeah, it's a rough go of it there on HF for sure. Well, this one sure works. I mean, I guess the 85 will make it happen, right?
Right, yeah. So we're at North St. Paul on 120 and just south of 694 at the Scout Museum. Phone call WD0BGI, and we have a bunch of scouts here. Sorry we missed them. They all disappeared. So we got a different group here, but they will be back. And they were taking their merit badge, K0BSA.
Oh, that's cool. They're working on their badge. Oh, very good. Well, how long are you guys going to be out there doing the event today?
For another hour. We've tried all the different bands. We talked a little bit on 20 meters, but other than that, we ain't heard nothing.
What did you have up for an antenna for HF over there today? Yeah, I said I've only heard New Jersey, New York with the QSO party going on in New York, and that's been about it. But otherwise, it's been kind of hit and miss and hasn't been terribly great conditions today. So, all right. Well, I said I'll be around. So I said definitely pop back in if the scouts come back, want to make a contact. I'll be on the air for a little bit yet. So we'll give it another shot, whether here, otherwise, etc. So I'll be around if somebody wants to make a contact. All right. Have fun. K0BSA, K0LWC, Maple Grove. All right, so that was one of our local wide coverage machines here in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, the 85 machine. What's going on, Cindy? How are things going in Maryland? Let's get back here on to 20 and see what's going on. 18's all right. Okay. Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. Oh, I missed him there.
Okay, Daniel, Texas is 5-7. Thank you very much. You're a 5-9. 5-9 down here for free. Roger.
What's going on there, Ishmael?
I got an Icon 7300 and I'm pumping out 450 watts. What's the disparity on this thing?
All right, we're here on 17 meters and see if we can hear. 17 meters is really a fun band.
I'm pushing 450 watts out of a hex beam, and you got me beat all to Haiti. 5-9 for you and a 5-7 for me. Wow. Well,
Haiti's in there. I can't hear Haiti, though.
7300 than me. Mine's 2 years old. Well, you take care, Daniel. I appreciate you giving me a shout, guy. I got you in the log at 9 minutes after the hour. Roger. 7-3, my friend. QRZ.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Okay, with Victor Echo 9. Victor Echo 9, come back.
Didn't get in again.
Grumpy old man.
That's why I need that hex beam up for next spring, right?
Forget. I got a 5-9 copy.
Oh, you're hearing him, okay.
Go ahead.
Are you hearing this guy, or were you hearing the station in Haiti?
Okay, well, thank you very much for those flowers. I do appreciate it, sir, but you're putting out a great signal as well. Put you in the log at 10 minutes.
I got about 5.5 here.
Okay, thank you much. 7-3, my friend. QRZ, please. QRZ.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Okay, is there someone ending in Charlie Whiskey? Charlie Whiskey, go ahead.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
And you're a 5-9 plus here in Folk Creek, Panama. Go ahead.
QSL, thanks for the 5.9. You're 5.9 in Minnesota. Mike November.
Thank you very much for that, sir. I got somebody else coming in on top of you. It's very hard to copy you. Whiskey 4 Alpha Charlie Whiskey. Thank you very much for contact, sir. And thank you for the salutations here in Panama. Take care, guy.
That guy slid there and stole the contact there. This sounds like an American down in Panama.
Go ahead.
Let's just give it a second and try again here in a moment.
Long Island, New York. I had a co-worker at the phone company in Tampa. Her name was Bonnie. And every time she would go home, it would take us 2 or 3 weeks to get her to speak proper so we could understand her. We tried to say, you're supposed to say y'all. You're supposed to say y'all, Bonnie. And she'd say use all. Use all. Go ahead.
I'm not sure of this guy's call sign. He hasn't given his call sign hardly at all. Let me see if I can catch it here maybe on the next go-around.
Really? Okay, well, thank you very much. Along that same line of thinking, I had another Steve Myers that was in high school with me, that he was a year younger. And his parents never received the absentee notices and the late notices and the tardy notices that they sent to my parents. I was constantly getting in trouble because of what he did. Go ahead. Yeah, roger that. Well, Kilo 2, Bravo, Kilo Romeo, thanks for stopping by. I got you in the log at 12 minutes after the hour. Roger.
Let's try this guy one more time.
Roger that, sir. Roger that. 10 years ago, it was a decision that I made, and I'm very happy about that. Well, Kilo 2, Bravo, Kilo Romeo, take care, guy. Got you in the log 12 minutes after the hour. 7-3, my friend. Roger that, 7-3. QRZ.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Tango Delta Whiskey, go ahead.
Yeah, it's not quite good in there at 17. 17's open though. way open, but I'm not hearing much. Must be really long. Let's try to call CQ a little bit here. Let me do recording quick. Let's try to call CQ a little bit here. CQ17 calling CQ. Calling CQ17. CQ, CQ, CQ. Calling CQ17. Calling CQ. Calling CQ17. CQ17. CQ, CQ, CQ17. From Kilowatt 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. Calling CQ17. Calling CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ17. CQ17 from Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. Calling CQ17, CQ, 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 CQ17 meters from Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. QRZ. CQ17 calling CQ. Calling CQ17, CQ, CQ, CQ17, CQ17 meters from Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. QRZ. No, it's definitely open, but nobody's there. We'll go back to 20. Yeah, no problem. The FT8 contact, that we can get in the logbook.
So, I have to say it.
It really is. It's perfect for her. And so she has a lot of fun on radio. So we do good over here. And I'm sorry I'm so long with it. Let me turn it back to you. N0 Charlie X-Ray Yankee Whiskey 1 Juliet Tango. Go ahead.
Still just looking around here.
Radio Delta Echo, good 5 and 9, without question, great audio into upstate New York in Herkimer County. My name's Chris, Charlie Hotel Romeo Italy Sierra.
There's some DX.
Thank you, 73. Thank you, 73, and you hit 20 over there. Like I said, I'm not even aimed in your direction at all. Hotel Bravo 9, Radio Delta Echo, good evening.
Victor Echo 6, Tango Lima. Echo.
I think it's Kilo Delta 0, United Sugar Alpha. You can correct me if I'm wrong. 59 Herkimer County, that's Hotel Echo Romeo.
There's some good DX coming in there.
9 plus, QSL.
Also 5 and 9 plus on this end, Luke.
Thank you, 73, good DX. Q, what is it? Echo Alpha 8, Alpha Mike.
There's some DX.
Bravo Alpha.
Kilo Delta 1, Bravo Alpha.
This is from the Canary Islands.
5 by 9.
Hey, QSL, you're 5 over here. Thank you very much. And 7-3.
Thank you, 7-3. Q, what is it? Echo Alpha 8, Alpha Mike.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Alpha.
Victor Alpha 2, Victor Tango.
Let's try to get this guy.
Victor Alpha 2, Victor
He is in the
Tango.
Canary Islands. If you don't know where the Canary Islands are, it's kind of a cool spot. It's a little chain of islands just off the northwestern coast of the continent of Africa. Hey, what's going on, Anton? Good to see you.
My name is Nick, and November India Charlie Kilo.
Okay, Nick, thank you for the 59. You also 5 by 9. The station Victor Alpha 2 again.
So again, this station is just off of Morocco and the Western Sahara, off the northwest part of Africa.
Sierra United Golf, Victor Alpha 3, Sierra United Golf 5 by 9.
He's pretty strong here. I think we can get him.
5 by 9, Victor Alpha 3, Sierra United Golf 73.
Kilo Delta 2, Whiskey.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie 5 by 9.
Thanks so much for the 5 and 9. You're also 5 and 9 in the state of Minnesota.
Thank you for the 59 in Minnesota. What is your name?
The name here is Matt. Mike Alpha Tango Tango.
Okay, Matt, the question, what is the county? What is the county in Minnesota? Over?
The county is Hennepin. Hennepin. Hennepin.
There is QR Mexico. Please repeat your county.
The county is Hennepin. 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 Hennepin.
Hennepin, QSL?
QSL.
Okay, Hennepin County. Thank you so much for the contact.
73, good DX.
Victory Code.
There's a good DX contact there with the Canary Islands. Anytime you get DX is always fun, right? I mean, you're talking to just off the coast of Africa. Always a good contact. I'll take that one every time. Especially when you're 5 and 9 both ways. That's awesome.
Casi me estás poniendo por acá. Un abrazo, Flavio, 73. Gracias, un abrazo.
There's a volcano going off there? I didn't know that. I must have missed that. Rain in Moscow. Oh, rainy day. What's the temperatures in Moscow right now? I wonder how different you are than us here in the northern U.S.
That'd be super awesome. Thank you, sir.
There's a JOTA station right here.
Fun business match, yeah. We love to talk to them. And incidentally, we're operating in a national park here. We're a POTA station today.
Oh, here's a POTA to JOTA contact.
And go ahead and put your scouts on. Over.
I appreciate it. And before we begin with them, how many watts are you putting out over?
We're running 5 watts into an inverted V, about 22 feet off the ground. Go ahead.
Was that 5 watts or 2.5? Over?
5 watts, over.
Ooh, that's chilly, Anton. We're not that cold yet.
You're operating 100 watts, so thank you so much. We are actually operating 100 watts with an ICOM 7300 and a standard dipole.
ICOM 7300. No surprise, Dan.
15 feet off the ground, so we'll start going with any of these scouts here that want to talk to you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's listen in here. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here for us, Anton. Temperature today, I think, is supposed to be around about 6 or 7 degrees Celsius for our high temperature later on.
Radio check, 1, 2, 3.
So this is a POTA to JOTA contact.
K5 HPG, is anyone using this frequency?
Yes, they are. Thank you. K0LWAR. K0LWAR. 01 Fox 50 Kilo. Lot QSC, QRM rather, QRM.
Hey, K1 Fox Victor Kilo, this is K4WA. Were you saying you having a lot of QRM nearby, over?
Roger.
Yeah, it's packed in pretty tight here.
Give it another try.
Yeah, or we probably need, if you don't mind dropping down about 4 kilohertz, we might need to do that, over.
Roger, QSY to 14270.
Roger.
It looks like it's going to be even more jam-packed for me. Just what I see at my scope, at least. Let's try to find a spot here for us. Call CQ. CQ20, CQ20, calling CQ. Calling CQ20, CQ20, CQ 20 meters from Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. I heard somebody there for a second. This frequency in use? Maybe not. CQ20, CQ20, calling CQ, calling CQ20, CQ20 from Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie, calling CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 from Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie, QRZ.
Alpha 2, Alpha November. Alpha 2, Alpha November in Fairfield, New York.
Ending in Alpha November. Ending in Alpha November.
Nigeria 59 in Fairfield, New York. My name is Bert, over.
No, is that November? Alpha 2, Alpha November?
County is Herkimer. Herkimer.
I'm not hearing whatever he's hearing.
Herkimer. Herkimer.
Hands are all over the place today.
November 2, Sierra, Quebec Whiskey, Greene County.
3,000 sounds half as good as that one. I guarantee it'll be my go-to rig. So 73 is my friend, and have a great weekend. KI5AYC.
RIC, New York.
Roger, thank you for Richmond County, Year 59, Northeast Arizona.
Oh, copy the AZ 73. Stay cool out there. This is Whiskey Alpha 2 Delta November India. Yours it.
Here we go. This is
Uniform Charlie.
Staten Island, I believe. WA2DNI. Let's see if we can make contact with him.
Delta 0, Uniform Charlie. You're 5-9 here into Richmond County, New York. I'm sorry, I didn't copy the state. I need your state. What was your state?
Yeah, I think this is, he's got a great signal.
Okay, very good. North Dakota. All right, very good. You drifted a little bit on me, but 7-3, good luck. 7-3, this is Whiskey Alpha 2 Delta November India. Yours it.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0, was it Whiskey Charlie, I think?
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Hi, Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. You're 5-9 into Richmond County, New York.
Yeah, you're 5-9 plus into the state of Minnesota, about 20 miles northwest of downtown Minneapolis.
Okay, very good. MI, right? That's what it is?
Mike November.
Mike November, okay. Oh boy. Okay, okay, very good. 7-3, thanks a lot. Good luck.
73, have fun.
All right, this is Whiskey Alpha 2, Delta November Indy. Yours it. Something with Quebec Portable?
That was funny. He thought there's a lot of people that think Minnesota is MI. That's Michigan.
Zulu, Quebec.
Michigan is MI.
5-9 here into Richmond County, New York.
So Anton, you've spoke to him on DMR recently, or do you know him?
Oscar Kilo. He said Oscar Kilo, correct? Okay, very good. 7-3. Thanks a lot. Good luck. This is Whiskey Alpha 2 Delta November India. Yours it.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie with additional traffic for you.
I'm sorry. Again.
Yeah, this is K0LWC. We just had a contact, but I have an additional piece of traffic for you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is someone saying there's traffic on the net?
I said, this is K0LWC. We just had a contact. I have a bit of traffic for you, an additional message I wanted to pass along.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a couple people calling on the frequency. I'm not understanding what you're saying. Is there a net going on the frequency?
Negative.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. What were you saying? I didn't copy.
All right. Well, I said very easy. The message is a hello from your friend Anton, RC3C. Wanted me to tell you hello since he says he knows you via DMR.
Oh, okay, very good. I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Anton, sure, we work all the time on the DMR side from out there. He's out there in Russia. I'm just curious, how did you know Anton?
Anton is watching my YouTube live stream right now. I'm streaming live on my YouTube channel, and he's in my live chat, and he heard your call sign, and he said, make sure you tell him hello from Anton there. So I had to jump back in and pass along the message.
Okay, very good. All right, tell him I said hello, and I haven't talked to him in quite a while on the DMR side. We've been a little busy, but tell him stay safe over there in Russia.
I will do that. All right, carry on, have fun. K0LWC, bye-bye.
All right, 7-3. This is Whiskey Alpha 2.
There you go, Anton.
You are 5-5, South Carolina, Matt.
Let's just get this adjusted up a little bit here. Oh, yeah, SWR was jumping around a little bit there. A little confusion at first, Anton. We got her figured out.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate your contact. You're 55 South Carolina. I copied the 3007. 73, and have a great evening.
This sounds like a JOTA way down there in the noise. Sounds like a young kid. Really tough to hear. It's POTA. Let's see who this is. Kilo Zero Lima Whiskey Charlie. You're really late, but we'll give it a try. Kilo Zero Lima Whiskey Charlie. Kilo Zero Lima Whiskey Charlie. How copy? QSL, you are 5-4, 54-54 into the state of Minnesota. Minnesota, Mike November. QSL. $73, have fun. Right, so there's a nice POTA contact there. That's KI5CDF. And if they're actually out there where they're supposed to be, it shows Texas is where they're probably at. Yeah, the bands are weird today where there's lots of people that are stepping over the top of each other, where they don't hear one another. You know, where propagation is spotty, it's going one direction but not being heard by another person, and you get a lot of like overlapping. That seems to be what's going on a lot today. See what's going on here on 250.
Oscar Kilo 4, Oscar Charlie, November Lima 7, Victor, over.
November Lima 7 Victor, that is Alaska. North Pole, Alaska, to be exact.
AK4 Oscar Charlie, AK4 Oscar Charlie. This is November London 7 Victor, Gunther. November London 7 Victor, over.
And this is Paul in the North Pole, Alaska. Wouldn't you like to say you made contact with the North Pole?
5 and 7. You're a 3x1, a 3x1 Alaska.
So if you need Alaska, get on 14250. If this is its frequency, of course.
Very good. Thanks for being there. 73.
That might not be his frequency. No. He's sounding good from Alaska, though. Dan, are you still in the chat there?
And again, I hope I didn't cause any offense. I know, there's some hams that hop on and always critique other people's audio, even when it's just fine. But I do think when you listen to yourself, you'll see something's off. But in any event, down there in Missouri, and I'll catch you next time. November 7 Whiskey Yankee, November 5 Tango Tango Mike.
This is Bill out in Maryland. waiting to see if I can hear him come back.
This is November 5, Tango Tango Mike, QRZ.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0, boy, I missed the rest of it. Could you go again?
Yeah, sure. Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. K0LWC.
All right. Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie, November 5, Tango Tango Mike. Good afternoon. Name here is Bill, Bravo, India, Lima, Lima. Located in Germantown, Maryland, 20 miles northwest of Washington, D.C. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Bill. Name here is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango. Located approximately 20 miles northwest of downtown in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And you're about a 5'6", here this afternoon. A little bit of QS speaker on the bands, but overall sounding great here in the upper Midwest, and good to get you on another band. I see we made contact back in almost a year ago now, late November of 2020 on 17, so this is our first time on 20.
Were you the guy on YouTube live streaming?
Yes, I am live streaming right now.
Both on 20 and 17. You only QSL'd me on the logbook of the world, I think, on 17. So I do remember that day I was following you jumping from band to band, and I worked you on both bands. Not a big deal, I'm just kind of joking, but I was perplexed when I saw you only QSL'd to, it was either the 20-meter contact, but it wasn't, or the 17, but it wasn't both.
Oh, that's weird, yeah, because my logbook only shows the 17, so that would explain it. That's why. How am I doing for a signal report out to Maryland this afternoon?
You're 5'7". I apologize for not giving that to you earlier. You're 5'7", and I feel bad. I was just telling the other station that he sounded really bassy, but you sound pretty bassy, too. Just out of curiosity, I'm on 14.268 megahertz. Is that the frequency you're on?
Yep, that's what I'm on. Here, I'll see if I can help you any. Let me go ahead and do this. Does this make any bit of difference for the bassiness for you?
Slightly. I hope something's not wrong with my radio, because I'm working two stations back-to-back with a real deep bass and very little treble. It's strange, but 10 minutes ago I was working a couple stations and just heard it fine. It's probably just, how you have your radio set, or it could be I'm wearing headphones too, and maybe I'm kind of making it, my brain is interpreting it as being deeper than it truly is.
Well, I said I have a bassy voice and definitely like to run more bass than anything. Let me just I can also adjust my audio here on the software. Let me make a slight change. Does this take any of the bass out? Does it brighten it up with some more, kind of mids and highs now on the high side?
Can you give me a little bit more transmission?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you a little bit more. I just went in and on the equalizer, I had adjusted it and just tried to brighten it up and bring some of the highs a little bit higher. The bass will not go away. The bass will still be there. It just might be a little bit more clarity or highs in the audio now.
It does sound appreciably better, in my opinion. But yeah, I could tell it sounds a little bit more natural.
Yeah, I said this microphone, my voice, and the EQ all together, I end up with a pretty bassy signal. But I like that boom. That's just, I said, it gets to be subjective at some level. But no, you sound great up here. Remind me again, I don't have it in my notes from our last contact. What are you running there for a radio?
Well, I was using an ICOM 7300 the last time, but now I have an ICOM 7610. I traded in my 7300 about 2 or 3 months ago, bought the 7610. I'm very pleased with it. I'm using the same antenna as last time, which is an indoor dipole, fan dipole, 20 meters and 17 meters, just those two bands. I've got it here in my condo in Germantown. I'm in a 3-story condo. My unit is 3 stories high, and it gets the job done for the most part. But yeah, I'm on the 7610. Excellent radio. I love it. Very pleased with it.
What's been the biggest noticeable thing that you like more about the 7610 over the 7300?
Oh, well, okay. I I love being able to monitor two bands simultaneously.
That would have been my guess.
So since I have a 20 and 17 meter fan dipole, I have one band tuned to 20, and I got the band scope on there, and I got the other one to 17. So I love that. I think for CW, it's actually more sensitive. It's much better at pulling in, signals that are very, very marginal, very barely there at all. It pulls them out a little bit better. I like that the display is bigger. Yeah, I like that. I like that there's two antenna ports. So every now and then what I'll go do is I'll go throw out an end-fed half-wave off of my patio balcony, and I will plug that into the radio. So I have two the dipole.
What's on 286, Dan?
Half-wave going outside, hanging out of a tree, and it's good to be able to kind of compare, how the antennas perform. So I think that's pretty much the key points. Yeah, that's basically it. Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie, November 5 Tango Tango Mike.
November 5 Tango Tango Mike from K0LWC. Well, very good. I'm not surprised. I figured the first thing you would say is, the ability to have two, VFOs essentially and monitor two different bands at one time. That is a massive advantage. I'd love to have that. I'm still running the ICOM 7300, which we would have had when we first talked about a year ago. And so I still have that radio and still love it. But I said, I'm in my mind, I'm going between like maybe a flex radio, maybe a some other kind of SDR. There's probably only a couple other choices that'd be worthwhile, but it'll probably end up being a flex whenever that day comes. I gotta work on getting a little bit better antenna in the air. It has some more gain behind it before I change out my radio. So I said the antenna will be first, and then I'll worry about the radio. I did pull some more bass out of my audio, so maybe you'll tell me that this is at least a little bit more improved compared to what it was, when I first started coming in and chatting with you. I just turned down the bass on the EQ again on the radio side and the 7300 side, so it should make a difference. And I assume that the 7610, you must just be running the 100 watts there right from the radio?
Currently in QSO to the station calling me. Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie, November 5 Tango Tango Mike. Yeah, the audio is it's good. I mean, it still has that bass sound. I'd say just maybe tune yourself in on a web SDR sometime and hear yourself. But I mean, it's not bad at all. It just kind of has like almost like that broadcast quality, but like where almost
that's
like
what I'm going for.
Kind of wants to have a deep voice, but as you said, you have a deep voice, so maybe that's it. I also forgot to say I think the filtering in the 7610 is far superior than the 7300. I had the 7300 for 3 years, so I'm very familiar with that radio. But the 7610, the attenuator in there, there's far more attenuation. You could fine tune it. I think the preamps work better. Filtering is, a level higher than the 7300.
It's starting to fade a little bit here on us.
A lot of people will say that the 7610 is not worth
What's
the
going on,
premium
Al?
you pay for it because it's basically, $2,000 more than the 7300. But in my opinion, I think it's far superior, and I'm glad I graduated up to the 7610.
Oh, that's the thing, Bill. It's those, to some operators, those features that you're mentioning, like you said, the filtering is a little bit better, the attenuation's better. Some of those things, when you're talking about, really high performance, it matters. You're talking about people that are doing some serious contesting or, really trying to pull out weak signals. I mean, there's no question that just for the performance to dollar ratio, the 7300 is unbeatable. Yaesu really hasn't had an answer. They put out the DX10, but it's considerably more money with an excellent receiver in it, though. And then, of course, like you mentioned, the 7610 is a similar radio with more bells and whistles, more features, and better performance. But, for the majority of operators, I would argue, of course, that, it's probably overkill. And that's why, again, the people that want to have that kind of performance, they'll pay that money. And I said I'd love to have a 7610 in here. But I think the next one will probably be a software-based radio. And, my audio that you're hearing from me is getting processed through the computer That's also another piece to what you're hearing. It's not coming directly from the 7300. I'm using a Heil PR781, routing it into the computer, processing it on software, and then feeding that in over USB into the radio. So, my setup is a little bit unique and different. It's not like I'm running right into the mic port with a microphone. So there is some additional processing steps in there. But I'll let you go, Bill. Make some more contacts. Seems like you're a popular guy here on the bands today. And I am live streaming, as I said. So if you want to catch yourself, you'll be right around the 110 mark on the most recent video here from today. So 73, Bill, great to run into you again. Glad to hear you on the bands with a new radio. Sounds great here in my headphones. I have my Bose headphones on. You sound great. So have fun. Enjoy the rest of your day here on the bands making contact. It's a busy day. The bands are pretty full with JOTA and what else? POTA's got an event thing going on. The New York QSO party. There's lots of stuff out there. So take care, Bill 73. I'll pass it over to you for your final N5 TTM from Kilo Zero Lima Whiskey Charlie.
All right, Kilo Zero Lima Whiskey Charlie, November 5, Tango Mike. Yeah, sorry, I got bits and pieces in that last one. It's not because your signal dropped, but there is some QRM coming in here.
We had lots of people over top of each other today.
Only 2 kilocycles above who started transmitting, so it's hard for me to hear that. But anyways, it was nice talking with you. And yeah, regarding the paying the premium, I think it's worth it because being in a condo, I'm never going to buy an amplifier. Probably not safe to be putting up 1,500 watts when you're in a condo building. So for me, I'd rather take that money.
Doesn't want to fry his neighbors.
Amplifier and just buy a rig that has the best, most fine-tuned filtering out there, and really have big ears with a good antenna and a state-of-the-art rig. Anyways, it was a pleasure talking with you. I'll catch you again sometime soon. And thank you for the QSO. Kilo Zero, Lima Whiskey Charlie. This is November 5, Tango Mike, 73.
73, have fun. The Dan says I gotta go to 286.
Charlie at the New York State QSO party.
Oh, I already got Charlie in my logo.
The Papa Alpha.
Oh, JRZ, where was your POTA activation earlier?
There we go.
Delta, Quebec Bravo, you are 5-8, Kilo, 5-8 into Sherman, Texas. Quebec Bravo.
There's a lot of people that are just stepping on people today. It's just, I don't know if it's the propagation that's causing that, but a lot of people are just
Oscar 4, Delta,
laying on
Quebec
top of others.
Bravo, QSL. QSL, you're about a 5-5 here into North Carolina. QSL, I have you 5-7 into Sherman, Texas. We're celebrating Dwight Eisenhower's birthday this week.
I've heard about this special event station.
Stations that spell out Eisenhower, all listed on QRZ.com. QSL? QSL, he is one of my favorites. We're working Jamboree on the Air with Troop 413 and Pack 413 in Bellwood, North Carolina. We're camping this weekend and working mobile. QSL, you have a fun time with them scouts. You're talking to an ex-scoutmaster and the father of an eagle. That's awesome. All 4 of my boys are in scouts. Well, good. It's a good lesson for them and a great way to teach them citizenship and all
Delaware.
the other good skills
That must have
they
been
need
a
for
hot
life.
ticket on the air. It's one of those tougher states because it's so small.
Thank you much. 73. 73, thank you for the contact.
Well, where did he go? I thought he was going to be an easy one there.
CQ,
there we go.
CQ, Whiskey 5 Whiskey, Whiskey 5 Whiskey, Eisenhower birthday, special event station calling CQ and standing by.
Whiskey 5 Whiskey from Kilo Zero Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo Zero Lima Whiskey Charlie, 5959 into Sherman, Texas. This is Whiskey 5 Whiskey, special event station for Dwight Eisenhower's birthday. We're celebrating this week.
We have 10 stations up operating on QRZ.com, selling out Eisenhower.
Very good. Yeah, I've had a chance to make some other contacts with some of those other stations. I'll just pass along a little tidbit that's interesting for you. I used to work at the University of Colorado, and that is where Eisenhower actually ended up having I think it was a heart attack. And his hospital room that he stayed in when he was in Colorado, this was as president, they preserved his hospital room just as it was back at that time, and it's been preserved there for a long time. It actually used to be an Army hospital, and that's why he was there when he was traveling and then had a health condition when he was in Colorado for a trip. And so they preserved his hospital room perfectly, and it has been preserved that way for decades. And it's still there, and people can tour it. It's kind of a neat little piece of history there at the University of Colorado's academic medical campus. They're very proud of their Eisenhower suite, as they call it. Over.
QSL 73, that is very, very sweet. I had the privilege of growing up in Pennsylvania, and I had his granddaughter Susan in my high school class.
Oh, very neat. I said, I'm glad that you guys are doing the special event, and I said I love seeing all the stations out there. It's been really fun to get all those contacts. So have fun today, and glad to make contact with you on SSB. What's going on, Bill? IT9 SAK. Good afternoon, at least for me here. How about those anchors? Holy smokes. You know, I was in Boy Scouts. I never got a radio badge. At least that I can remember. I stopped after Weeblos. I think Weeblos is like the last thing before an Eagle Scout, I think, right? I can't be sure. I never got a radio badge.
That's pretty complicated, but it makes sense to me anyway. So, the Lord gave.
Yeah, there's some fading going on today. If I remember correctly, I think that there was supposed to be a CME pointed at Earth, at least an old region, that might bring some high winds, solar winds. So that might be affecting things today.
CQ JOTA, Kilo Bravo 2, Yankee Sierra India, CQ JOTA.
There we go, there's a good station. Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
CQ JOTA, Kilo Bravo 2, Yankee Sierra India, CQ JOTA, Kilo Bravo 2, Yankee Sierra India.
Yeah, Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie, if I got that correct. You're 5-9 into Central New York, 5-9 into Central New York.
Yeah, you're also 5-9, 59 into Minnesota, about 20 miles northwest of downtown in Minneapolis.
QSL 5-9 into Minnesota. The name here is Don, Delta Oscar November.
Oh, very good, Don. The name here is Matt, Mike Alpha, Tango, Tango. So are you an active JOTA station, or are you hunting JOTA stations?
I am an active JOTA station, and we have plenty of scouts that are lining up to speak with someone. So if you have time, that would be great for them, or for.
Here's a good JOTA contact. Absolutely, yep. Good contact, good signal strength. So I'm happy to talk to as many you want to talk.
All right, excellent. So here's going to be our first one, and they're going to start by saying, "Hello, my name is," and give you their name.
Hi, my name is Clam because Dave. My name is Davey because somebody's stuck in the forest.
Well, hello. My name is Matt.
Hear them in the radio.
I might need help from your radio operator in the translation.
All right, so he says that somebody is stuck on a radio. So I'm going to say, have you been stuck in a forest before?
I have been in a forest before. I was a Boy Scout when I was a young boy, so I have been camping. I guess you would say it's not really stuck, but I've been camping among the trees in the forest many times. And I said I had a lot of fun when I was in the woods and having campfires. And when I was a kid, I used to bring my radios out with me in the forest. So yes, I have been in the forest, and I've been in the forest with a radio.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to the next scout. And you can't mind Sam, okay? All right, so the next scout up is...
Hi, my name is Grant.
Hello, Grant. My name is Matt.
Question?
Why are you in the forest, and I don't know why you don't know when you're in the forest.
Well, he said why he was in the forest. He went camping.
Oh.
So why don't you ask him something else? How long have you been an operator?
It's been like 5 weeks.
No, ask him. Ask him how long he's been licensed.
How long have you been an operator?
Well, that's a good question, Grant. I've been a radio operator for about 13 years. I became a radio operator when I was about 18 years old, give or take. My math may be off. So I've been a radio operator for quite some time. And I was a radio operator even, I said, when I was a Boy Scout. So it's been a few years, Grant.
All right, thanks, Matt. And we've got the next scout up. Say your name.
Hi, my name is Eric.
Hello, Eric. My name is Matt.
Do you have a question? What's the question? Or what do you drive?
What do you drive?
That's a good question for me. Oh, that's a good question. That's one of my favorite things to talk about, Eric. My car that I drive is a Tesla Model 3, so it is an electric car. It does not use any gasoline at all. I don't have to go to the gas station. My car runs completely on electricity, on batteries. So I have an electric Tesla. It is very cool, and it has radios inside, so it's even cooler, Eric.
So you can be on the Jamboree in your car?
Yes, I could. I'm not in my car right now. I'm in my house, but yes, I could participate, and I could talk to other scouts during the Jamboree from my car.
How long have you lived in your house?
I've lived in this house for about a year and a half. I used to live in Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains are located, where it's nothing but huge mountains full of snow. I lived out there for about 10 years, and then I recently, about a year and a half ago, moved back to Minnesota, which is very different than Colorado, where the mountains are, and it's a lot colder and a lot snowier here in Minnesota. But I've lived in this house for about 1.5 years.
Everett.
Hello, Everett. My name is Matt.
How old are you?
I am 35 years old.
What do you do for a living?
I do marketing, so that means that I sit behind the computer for most of my days. I work from my house, so I work on the internet, and I work for a large healthcare company doing marketing and working on the computer all day.
What time is it?
Right now, where I'm located, it is currently 2:58 in the afternoon, so almost 3 o'clock, which should be different than where you're located.
It's 4 o'clock.
Yeah, we're in a different time zone, so we're not that late yet. We're an hour behind you, so it's almost 3 o'clock here where I'm at. But you're so far away from me. It's such a long distance, and that's why it's so cool to be able to talk to you on the radio like this.
Any more questions? No? All right, we'll move on to our next scout.
Hi, my name is Sam.
Hello, Sam. My name is Matt.
And then ask the question.
Have you ever been in a tornado before?
I would say yes and no. And the reason I say both is because I've been very, very close to a tornado, but I haven't necessarily been in a tornado, directly. We have lots of tornadoes where I'm located here in the middle of the country in the state of Minnesota. They're fairly common. And so, yes, I've been very, very close to a tornado, but not directly in one. But we do get a lot of them here where we are at.
Have you ever seen an EF5 tornado?
I have not seen an EF5 tornado. The one that I have seen have been EF1 and EF2, but EF5 is certainly on my bucket list.
Okay, so... What does your house look like?
Was the question, what does my house look like? Is that right?
Yes.
My house is brown and beige, and it is 3 stories in total. So I have a basement, a main floor, and an upstairs, and I have lots of trees. Here in Minnesota, we have lots of forests. So my backyard looks like maybe what it looks like where you are at right now. I have lots and lots and lots of trees that surround my house.
One more question.
Okay, cool. Have you ever seen a hurricane before?
I have not seen a hurricane before. I've never lived anywhere near the ocean. It's also one of the things that I would like to experience and see at some point in my life. So tornadoes, yes, but hurricanes, no.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will move on to the next scout now. Hi, my name is Liam.
Hi, Liam. My name is Matt.
What is your favorite football team?
Re-ask your question one more time. You may have been a little far away from the microphone. Try it again.
What is your favorite football team?
Oh, my favorite football team. Well, I was born in Wisconsin, but it's not the Green Bay Packers. I'm not a Green Bay Packer fan. And I live in Minnesota, but I'm not a Minnesota Vikings fan. I would say if I had to pick a team, it would be the Denver Broncos. And if it's college football, it would be, of course, the Wisconsin Badgers.
Well, I like the Minnesota Vikings, so...
Well, it's really, really difficult to be a Minnesota Vikings fan because they don't win very much. That's the joke we always say here in Minnesota. It's very tough to be a Vikings fan. But I will say they have a very, very cool stadium.
Okay, what kind of clothes are you wearing?
Oh, well, today it's a nice lazy Saturday here in the house. I'm wearing sweatpants and a T-shirt.
Pass it on to the next scout.
Yeah, some good questions there.
All right, hold on. Yeah, you finish chewing on that, and we'll come back to you, okay? All right, here you go, Caleb. Say your name.
My name is Caleb.
Hello, Caleb. My name is Matt.
How many pets do you have?
I have, was it pets? P-E-T-S? Was that the question?
Yes.
I have one pet, and she is a 10-year-old Bichon Frise. So she is a little white furry fluffball dog, and her name is Capri, and she is our only pet.
I have a pet hedgehog in my room.
A pet hedgehog? Well, that's a really cool pet. What's his or her name?
Moose.
Moose. Well, I said I've never had a hedgehog, but that sure would be a cool pet.
I have one cat, well, basically 3, because we have 2 kittens, and we have 3 dogs.
Oh, wow. So you have lots of pet. You have cats and dogs and a hedgehog. You have all kinds of animals at your house. They must enjoy, I said, playing and roughhousing. I mean, do you play with the dogs a lot? Do you play toys or wrestle with them?
I play with my 2-year-old black lab dog.
My family has a black lab, and I have a 2-year-old son, and that is his favorite thing to do is wrestle with the black lab.
I have a 3-year-old brother.
Okay, so not that different than my 2-year-old son. Those little ones, they have lots of energy, don't they?
Yep.
All right, we're going to move on to our youngest scouts at this point.
My name is Hadley.
Is your name Hadley?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's a very, very nice name, Hadley. My name is Matt.
All right, ask your question.
What color is your car?
What color is your car?
Yeah.
My car is white in color, and it has black wheels on it.
White with black wheels.
Okay. We're moving on to the next person.
All right, so we're moving on to our littlest pre-scout. Okay, you ready? You ready? You sure? Do you remember your name?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Tell him your name.
My name is Bryce Manette.
Was that Bryson?
Close, it was Bryce.
All right, Bryce. My name is Matt. Very nice to meet you. Go ahead with your question.
All right, what's your question, Bryce?
Have you been in a tornado?
No, he already answered if he's been in a tornado. He said he's seen one.
Have you ever been in museum?
Has he ever been in a museum?
Yeah.
That's your question? Okay. Have you been in a museum, Matt?
I've been in a museum. I've been in many different museums. I like looking at history, so I've been in museums in many different cities. So the answer is yes, I've been in a museum. That's right. It's all about the car.
Another question from Bryce.
Haven't you been a dead thing?
Has he been in a dead thing?
Yeah.
What kind of dead thing?
Heaven?
Has he been in heaven?
Yeah.
I have not been in heaven, at least I sure hope not. And if I was, I do not remember. I think throughout my entire life, I've only been on Earth, and that's it.
Okay, let's see. We're going for number 3 on from Mr. Bryce.
Have you been going hiking?
Has he gone hiking?
Yeah.
Yes, I have gone hiking. I used to live in the mountains, where the Rocky Mountains are in Colorado, which is where all the big, big, high mountains are in this area. And so when I lived there, I used to hike all the time. So I have hiked up mountains even. So yes, I've been hiking.
Okay, one more question from...
Haven't you been in a tornado?
No, we've already answered if he's been in a tornado. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a different question? No.
How old are you?
He's already answered how old he was.
Well, I can answer that one again. I am 35 years old.
Have you been to the zoo before?
Yes, I have been to a couple different zoos before. One of my favorite zoos is in Colorado, and it's because the zoo is built on a mountain. So all of the animals get to roam around on the mountainside, and it's very, very cool for all the animals to have a place to live like that. So, yep, I've been to a zoo.
Okay, we're going to move on. We're coming down towards the end here, Matt. Thanks for sticking with us. Kilo Zero Lima Whiskey Charlie from KB2 ISI.
Yeah, no problem. KB2 YSI, K0LWC.
What color is your house?
He answered that.
I don't remember.
Okay.
My house is brown and beige, and it has 3 levels on it, and it's surrounded by lots of trees, but it's brown and kind of a dark white color.
What is your favorite thing?
Can you ask your question again?
What is your favorite thing?
What is your favorite thing?
Oh, my favorite thing. I think that's easy, right? My favorite thing is my radio. I like to talk on the radio. So, talking on the radio and talking to you, that's certainly one of the things I enjoy the most. It's one of my favorite things.
Have you ever been in a tsunami?
I have never been in a tsunami before. I said I've always lived away from oceans. I haven't lived near any major ocean, so I have not.
You've been in a hurricane.
He answered if he's been in a hurricane.
Have you been in an earthquake?
I have been in an earthquake, but a very, very small one. My wife doesn't believe that we were, but yes, one morning I woke up when I was in bed, and all of a sudden I felt the house start to shake for a few seconds, very, very slightly, a little bit. And it was a very, very minor earthquake. So yes, just a small one.
Okay, we're back to one of our younger scouts. Are you ready, Miss Hadley?
What's your favorite color?
So what's your favorite color?
I would say my favorite color is blue.
So tell them what your favorite color is.
Rainbow.
Rainbow? That's like almost like cheating.
Yeah, rainbow. You get lots of colors in there. But that's rainbows are pretty, so that is a good choice.
Okay, what's your next question?
What's the weather?
What's the weather?
Oh, yes, good question. The weather today is sunny outside, and the temperature, I believe, today is about, if I look here, about 52 degrees. But the trees are all turning colors here because it is fall, so all the trees are very pretty colors, red, orange, and yellow. But it is in the 50s, and it is sunny outside.
It's rainy outside here.
Oh, rain. Well, I said that never helps things any, but the trees and the plants need rain, so it's not all bad.
How many pictures do you have?
How many pictures? How many pictures do you have?
Oh, I have lots of pictures. Just given what I do for work and my hobby stuff, I probably have thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures. Just a lot of pictures that I use my phone to take.
How many paintings do you have?
Thank you.
You try that one more time. Can you ask your question again?
Oh, sorry, I think we doubled. She asked how many paintings you have.
I have 2 paintings that are hanging up inside of my house on the walls. Oh, I think you may just need to get a little closer to the microphone. You can try it again.
She asked if you like the rain.
I like the rain once in a while. The rain can be good as long as it doesn't rain every day. But occasionally, a rainy day once in a while is a good thing.
All right, thank you, Matt. I think we're going to let you go now. We're at the end of our event here, and we've had some very successful scouts. Bryce, did you have another question? Do you have a question? Are you ready to ask this question?
Yeah.
Ask the question.
Haven't you been in a tornado?
He's already answered if he's been in a tornado.
Got the tornadoes in the car.
Okay. So I'll say 7-3 to you, Matt. Thank you very much for taking the time and talking to the scouts.
Yeah, no problem, and I'll let you know as well. I have been live streaming this on YouTube the entire time, and I'll send you a link with a timestamp. That way, I said if you can find a way to utilize it or show the scouts, etc., if it's some way you can think of a cool way to show them, they'll have a video of hearing themselves about what they sound like here on my end and in the YouTube video. So I'll make sure I send that link to your email on QRZ.
All right, sounds great. It'll get linked onto our PAC 232 or our Madison PAC 232 Facebook page. So it'll be a good post for that.
For sure. I'll actually make it easier for you. I'll separate out just your section so you just have your guys' part. So I will send that over to you sometime today. But happy to be able to talk to all the scouts. Glad that you guys had a successful event, and glad to hear you guys were having fun. Kilo Bravo 2, Yankee Sierra India, from Kilo 0, Lima, Whiskey Charlie.
All right, QSL, Matt, good timing. We just got another station that's coming in here at like 20 over. So 7-3, Matt, and I'll look to contact you further on email. 7-3, have a great rest of your weekend.
73, bye-bye. There was a nice scout contact to be able to roll through and talk to all those scouts. That was a lot of fun, right? That was really great. Those kids were really into what car I drove and tornadoes. That's the two big things right there, for sure. But yeah, so it's cool now that they'll also have the video that they can show the parents or other people, right? So that's the really neat thing about being able to have it here on YouTube. And that's really what it's all about, because I was talking with somebody recently, and we were talking about what can we do to get young people interested in ham radio, and this person responded to me and said, I don't think there's anything we can do as a ham community to try to get more young people involved, which I just patently disagree with. I just don't know why this person feels that way, because there are things we can do, and this is a great example of it today with the JOTA stuff. For me, I grew up around radio. I was in radio because my dad was into radio. He was in the military. So, that's just how I grew up. And a lot of that was 11-meter CB radio. And it's the early exposure for me as a kid is what got me hooked. And then once I was done with high school, I got my license. And I've been licensed pretty much since just after high school. And, if a kid doesn't have exposure to some kind of radio, and again, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be getting on HF, making contacts, etc. It can be a lot of different things, but if we're not exposing young people to radio and showing them all the cool things it can do and how it's different than what they're used to and using their smartphones and all the cool things they can do with radios and RF, they'll never be inspired to go get their license. So that's why I think participating on the air for stuff like this is so important, because, this is us as a ham community helping inspire those young kids that, again, these kids are probably, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, just guessing. Are they going to run out and get their ham license tomorrow? No. But maybe this is something they remember, right? And they're like, that was cool. And then something else sparks their interest when they're a teenager, so on and so forth. So it was, it's just an important thing to do, is to get on the air and do things like this, which, again, is what I wanted to do today. And also Dan out there doing the same thing, KB0TDW in the chat there. He's also doing the same from his spot down there in Omaha. I was going to have him on my stream today, but my computer did not like it. My computer was freaking out with trying to do too many things at one time. let's just reading through some of your comments here. Yeah, I said the earthquake thing to SSWs. What I felt was, I described it this way to my wife. She still doesn't believe me to this day. She was sleeping through the whole thing. I woke up, and the whole house felt like it was on top of a dryer. You know how a dryer shakes? You know, like when it's finishing its spin cycle? That's how the whole house felt for like 5 to 8 seconds. And I was like, what is going on? Because I thought the dryer was on or something, and it wasn't. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and the whole house was shaking like that for like just under 10 seconds. And I was like, pretty sure I just experienced a very small tremor or earthquake. I don't know if you want to call it an earthquake, but something like that. Yeah, CB. You know, CB was what I grew up with in the 90s when I was a kid. Early 90s, you know, cell phones were still coming out. My parents and I, you know, we would use, you know, CB radio to communicate to, hey, go pick up something at the store, whatever. We didn't use cell phones. We were using CB radios back then. So it's a different time than we're used to today. And Anton, using 11 meter FM in school. End of the 80s. So, Anton, you were probably like more in the real heyday, because for me, I think, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because it's before my time, the real heyday, real popularity of CB radio is what, like 70s and early to mid 80s? Is that a fair assumption? 70s, 80s was like the primo CB radio days? Yeah, I said, I think that's, again, it's one good thing you can do with the Baofeng is give it to a kid. I said that's a great cheap way just to get a kid a radio. I know we did that in the channel. It wasn't a Baofeng. It was, I can't remember the name of it now. But it was a Chinese brand, VHF, UHF, dual band, waterproof radio. And I did a review on it, and I didn't need another radio. I have like 8 HTs in here. My wife's already asking me, how can we get rid of more radios? Which we don't do that in this household. We don't get rid of radios. But I sent it off to a young kid who was in high school in Wisconsin, who we did a giveaway and gave it to him, because if I keep it, it's just going to collect dust in my shack. I'm not going to use it. I might as well give it to a kid who's going to put it to good use and use it for years to come, because they can't go out and buy a $400 HT or even a $150, $175 HT is a lot to ask when you're, you know, middle school, high school. 60s to late 90s. Yeah, I said, I mean, I was rolling in the cycle in the 90s. The solar cycle was at 24, 23 in the 90s. That was a good cycle. I was on 11 meters for that. That was fun. That was one of the last good ones before they've been kind of trending down. The peaks haven't been as high. Late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, I said peak. I mean, CB radio today, I still tune in and listen. It seems to be much more quiet. I did a video about FM coming to CB, and it seems like people all unanimously agree that CB isn't quite as used as it was, you know, today. It's just pretty quiet. And I think a lot of truckers are going and just using their phones and apps and stuff, using VoIP apps, and they can talk to their buddies anywhere in the country, no matter where they're at, right? They're all in the interstates for the most part, which have pretty much 100% cell coverage. So it's like, why would I use a radio when I can utilize, if you have a small group you want to keep talking to, you can use Zello to talk to your friends, whether you're in Kentucky and they're in Florida, etc. So, I mean, I think they still have them a lot of times. How much they turn them on and use them today, arguable. Let's see here. Pick up a lot on an old Cam 88. Well, I said I have to ask. I know that you mentioned that you're into shortwave. So what do you use for shortwave listening? Is it the 991A? Or are you using some kind of SDR or something like that? And what's your antenna for your SWL stuff? I'm curious on that. I'm actually about to buy an SDR real soon here, so that I can hook up to my 7300 that has a better spectrum waterfall than what the 7300 does here. Love the UV5R. I said, I mean, again, I would push anybody to get, it's not a kid situation, to jump up and just get a Yaesu. What is it, the FT65R? I think it's like a $75 radio. I'd take that over the Baofeng. Also got some FM QSOs through 10 meter. Holy smokes. I mean, that's awesome, Anton. Oh, yeah. Dad was a truck driver then. Awesome, Pat. Yeah, I said, I mean, I can remember, like, we had a good group of probably 10 to 20 people that were on the CB radio every day when I was a kid. You know, like and there was always drama and all kinds of stuff. That's normal, everyday life stuff, really. But you'd always hear the truckers, and I used to live near some distribution warehouses, so like I'd hear them to be just blowing my doors off with their signal from a truck. But yeah, it's interesting. I said I miss CB radio in a lot of ways. I don't really get on it anymore. I can listen to it. You know, I can tune it in here on the 7300, but I really don't have a radio for it anymore, which is kind of a bummer. And I said if there was a time to ever get around back and play with a simple 4-watt, 12-watt CB radio, it's going to be the next few years, because the solar cycle, as it kicks up, it's just going to be a whole lot more fun to be on the air on 11, because it's going to be just, you know, stuff booming in from all over the place. The Super Bowl is going to be just a wreck with signals, which, of course, if you don't know what the Super Bowl is, that's Channel 6 on CB radio, where everybody's frying their brain cells running 5 or 10 or 20,000 watts from their car on top of a mountaintop. There is no total cell coverage. I mean, it's close. I mean, if you're talking about on the interstates, U.S. interstates, that is a priority for any telecom company, is making sure that in any U.S. interstate, it is pretty much blanketed with coverage. Not to say 100%, let's call it 99.5%. If you're on the U.S. interstate, there is hardly any gaps, because that is a priority for interstate travel and commerce. And I know that simply because I've used DMR driving across the country on the interstates or trying to do anything from my car. And as long as I'm on, again, an actual U.S. interstate, with a few rare exceptions and rare spots where it's just impossible, where they can't overlap coverage, it's pretty much, again, 99% coverage. Let's see, old Hallicrafters Heath kit. Oh, awesome. So you got some old anchors there. Nice. I don't have any of the old stuff. I would love to buy one, though, just to have one and play around with it. I have all the new stuff, you know, like all the modern things. But I would love to get some old stuff just to play around with it. Let's see what else we got out there a little bit before we wrap up shop.
Thanks, good luck. And he'll go QRZ. Where'd you go? You wonder, is there something I said? I find that a lot. So it's very refreshing to be able to get on the air and shoot the bull. Maybe you can explain that expression to me. We don't have a lot of bulls on Cape Cod. And you being out there,
here we go. Far East Coast again, booming in as they usually do.
It's not a great day for the bull. But I just love this hobby for that reason, that I can make a new friend and just kind of sit around and talk. So, are you on the air regularly? You know, and I'm wondering if we could also, not today necessarily, but sometime, give 17 meters a try.
Let's go down here to the Marine Net frequency, .3. I saw a big signal, but that's pretty common there on 300. There's a big signal.
KD0 Alpha Zulu Golf Portable, you're 59 in Otsego, Oscar Tango Sierra, New York.
This should be like shooting fish in a barrel.
Okay, thanks very much. Alpha Bravo 3, Charlie X-Ray. The Whiskey Bravo 0 again.
Alpha Bravo 3, Charlie X-Ray, Cooperstown, New York, is what this big signal is here.
I'm sorry, Whiskey Bravo 0. Who's the Whiskey Bravo 0? Okay, Charlie Lima Delta, WB0, Charlie Lima Delta, thank you. 59 Otsego, Oscar Tango Sierra. USL Missouri, thank you. This is AB3CX.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
7 Whiskey Yankee, 59 Otsego. Thank you, AB3CX.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
K2 BSA stroke 9, 59 Otsego. Thank you very much. Alpha Bravo 3, Charlie X-Ray.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
W6AFA 59 Oscar Tango Sierra.
Not as easy as I thought it was going to be here.
Okay,
God.
thanks a lot. AB3CX.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo 9, Kilo 9.
Kilo 9, Victor, India, Tango.
Do a retune here.
Roger, AB3CX.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
0, Whiskey 0. W0 DAS 59 Otsego. Thank
Yes.
you, AB3CX.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
Station ending Charlie.
Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie.
K0 Lima Whiskey Charlie 59 Otsego.
59 Mike November.
Thank you, AB3CX.
Yeah, that it is the Crusoe party going on
Kilo
downtown.
7, Kilo 7.
There is a lot of New York stations out there today. So that one took a little bit of work, but we got her figured out there. Took a few calls. Usually it's like 1 or 2 and we're done, but obviously a lot of stations calling him there.
Whiskey Sierra 5 Quebec 59 Oscar Tango Sierra.
Oh no, can't let the CB radios get stolen. That's a punishable offense by a punch in the face at the very least. Let's see here. See what else we hear in Dan. Are you still in there? Oh, of course, of course. I was gonna say I shouldn't even ask who's in there because I know he's gonna make a Yezu comment. Dan's always giving me a hard time about those Yezus. Let's bring in Dan here. Dan, you want to jump to 40 quick? It's going to be busy on 42. Here we go. 7207, Dan. 7207. Or not. $72.05, Dan. $72.05. Kilo Bravo 0 Tango Delta Whiskey KB0 TDW from Kilo 0 Lima Whiskey Charlie. Let's see if 40 meter daytime. Oh, somebody was coming back there.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt. KB0 TDW.
Ah, you must have been feeding in some audio. All of a sudden I heard somebody else and I was like hearing your call sign and I got really confused.
Yeah, buddy.
So if you're watching on YouTube, Dan, who you're listening to on the radio, is in the live chat. He is moderating the chat. So, Dan, have you been successful in finding some JOTA stations out there?
Yeah, we made a few there on 20 and a few here on 40 and a bunch of contacts on DMR 907.
Well, has it been pretty steady with contacts on DMR?
Oh, yeah, it's just one right after the other.
Yeah, I said the station I was talking to there for a good 15, 20 minutes, that was the longest, where they're actually bringing the whole, set of scouts through. That was the longest contact I had by far.
That was awesome. Those kids were asking some pretty good questions. They were definitely interested in your car and if you've ever been in any tornadoes.
I'm surprised they didn't ask if I've ever driven my car into a tornado.
They should have. I would have asked that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, guessing where they're at, they don't have a lot of tornadoes out that way, which, of course, where you're at, and certainly where I'm at, we have our share of tornadoes. That does happen. But how are conditions for you out there in the bands today?
20 meters has got some serious fade to it once in a while. Some stations just drop right out. 40's been pretty good for me here.
Yeah, there's some big signals out there right now. I don't know if it's all just local stuff, your short time, 40 daytime stuff, but I see some, a fair amount of big signals for at least this time of the day on 40. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I can bring him up.
Like someone was trying to tune up there.
Oh, maybe somebody else is out there. Is there somebody else out there that wants to jump on in here? Maybe there's somebody watching YouTube. This is K0LWC. Oh, I guess not. Maybe they just wanted to tune.
Yeah, they were trying to jam us, probably. Who knows? K0TDW.
Well, yeah, but that's what a notch filter is for.
Yeah, that was just trying to jam us.
Oh, I see Kevin here in the chat was saying their club is going to be working with a scout troop, $4.99 from 6 to 10:30. So you're doing it in the evening there, Kevin. Interesting. But yeah, I said so. I've heard actually probably more POTA than I did JOTA today, but I suppose everybody's on the air at different times. It just depends on when their event is, I guess. Are you ready for the $1 million question, Dan?
Sure, let's go.
And I'm assuming I know the answer because I haven't heard about it, but is everything still in sync?
Yeah, 100%.
Good. That means I got that problem licked. That's good. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Now I just got to figure out how to make my computer run 10 things at one time, but I'm also fearful I know the answer to that as well.
Yeah, buddy. You know what it means. More memory, more processing.
No, it means a new computer. I've already, it didn't max it out completely, but I have a feeling it's just going to take a newer computer to be able to try to do what I'm attempting to do. It's a tall order to ask the computer that I am running in my shack to do what I'm asking it to do, considering it's probably 10 to 12 years old.
I'll just put a new processor in it and more memory.
The memory I could do, processor not so much, but yeah, it's gonna be something maybe on my wish list for the holidays. But it's not a good time to buy a computer. I was just talking to another streamer, and he was buying a new computer, but I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna try to wait because prices are so high right now because of the supply and demand issues in the supply chain. Like if you buy a computer now, if you wait maybe till this time next year, you can save yourself hundreds of dollars. So I'm really trying to push it off.
It's only money. Just spend it.
That's what my deck said before it needed stain.
There you go. See, your deck's done. Now you got more money.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. But, all right, I think I'm going to wrap it up here in the live stream. So I'll say 73 to you here on the air, and glad we could get that JOTA thing in there. And I got to send that JOTA video to that guy as well so he can post it up on their troop Facebook page. They'll get a kick out of that. But, yeah, Kevin, on the chat, let us know what frequencies you're going to be using. Maybe we can try to be on there and, make contact and try to listen for you. So, Kevin, drop that in the chat. If you're watching today, thanks for watching. We've been on the air for, a little over 2 hours now. Just doing some JOTA, making contacts, a couple POTA contacts, and it's been really good. And let me go ahead and just sign here with Dan. KV0TDW, K0LWC.
All righty, Matt. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later, man. Privilege and fun like always. K0LWC from KV0TDW, Blowtorch of the Midwest.
Yeah, so we've been on the air for a little over 2 hours on YouTube here. It's been a lot of fun. Had some really good JOTA contacts, a few good POTA contacts. So again, if you're watching, thank you. Don't forget, this is for K3GRZ. We have a Monday night live stream coming up on Monday with a local here in Minnesota. He's a big POTA guy. He's going to come in and do a POTA live stream, talk about the basics of POTA and take questions and talk about his experience doing POTA. So that's Monday night, 8 p.m. Central Time with W0DHZ Dale will be on here. And I think he's activated around 20 different parks up around the Minnesota, Wisconsin area. So I can't wait to talk to him, talk about POTA on Monday night. I said, well, maybe I'll try to get on tomorrow. We'll see. Again, we have a lot more good stuff coming up. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hit the thumbs up before you leave. It just helps the algorithm out. And yeah, thanks for hanging out in the shack. It was great to hear all the POTA stations on today. It was great to talk to the scouts and the JOTA stuff. I had a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys also had a lot of fun out there. But I'm going to go find myself some lunch, get ready for my little kiddo to wake up here in a couple hours. He's going to be raring to go, so I got to prepare myself mentally for that. And thanks so much for hanging out. So 73, there we go. And we'll catch you again next time. Take care, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend.